Hello Aquarius and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be an Astroflower reading from the 21st through to the 28th, right to the end of February. How did Valentine's Day go for you guys? I hope it went all right. We're going to be doing the 10 petals, and in those 10 petals we're going to be looking at the elements and qualities that are going to be affecting your cards according to the Astroflower. So let's just pull out a few. At the moment, not looking good on the spiritual front, and Lovers comes in. This is game of two halves here, sort of Aquarius. What's going on? It seems to be quite a hectic week for you guys. Last week maybe, but it's coming good. It's coming good. It's coming very good for you. Very nice indeed. Lovely. Let me just get those cards in here. Make sure we've got them all. Yeah. Whoo, whoo. So, blistering really for you, Aquarius. Let's just put them all into place and get them out of the way so we can read these cards as it is. So, on this side here, you got your spiritual front, and on this side here, you got your material front. And these are your karmic paths. These are how the universe is trying to influence you. This is how your guides are trying to influence your karmic paths, and these are how your guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you, your subconscious. Let's take the spiritual path, because that looks like the most thorniest of ones at the moment. Let me just see on your thingy. So you got water and fire in both of these petals here. So it could be a case of, because the universe is sort of saying, don't lose sleep over what you can't see. Okay, unless you've got it concrete within you. And this is a particular thing for sort of Aquarius as well. And generally fixed signs, to be honest, you know, the moon is shining through the waters and can't really sort of go to the depths. It can only show you what's on the surface. So you can elucidate some of it, but, you know, apparently it's causing you lack of sleep or a bit of stress and stuff like that. But look at these, look, in there, you got that white dove, yeah? And it's a sort of like, that's like the silver lining is in a way. So you can concentrate on the things that are causing you trouble and strife, and they're still going to be there. Or you could concentrate on the things that are going to make you happy and actually get you going on your path a lot better. That's probably what your karmic lesson is this week. And karmic lessons usually are in small increments. They're not massive things. There are massive karmic moments within our lives that we understand a great deal about our karmic path, about what we experience and what we're learning from that experience. But they come in human rhythms, which is in the Astroflower. So you've got human rhythms, you've got 6 principal rhythms, and then you've got 4 of those principal rhythms. The 6 rhythms, they go up to 24 years, and then you can go up to 96 years. So it gets repeated those 24 years, 4 times, you get up to 96. And it depends where you are, and those sort of rhythms in your life will depend on the sort of karmic mission. But what we're talking here is a week sort of thing. So it's the little things. These are not massive, these are little things. And it'd be good for you to sort of understand that within each complicated situation, there is always a silver lining. And that silver lining, or that complication, seems to be playing out in your everyday life, because that's the end card. And it's a tower. So you might think that things are moving, and they certainly are moving, because we can see this within your physical realm as well. And it's really good in your physical realm. But you need to make space. And for that, you need to be sure about yourself and where you're going, and which is what you've got in these 2 parts here. So your guides are actually trying to help you here. This one, this is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords, he's not even concentrating really on his sword, but both the king and the queen are using their swords like rudders or guidance to their lives. And they're cutting out the rubbish that they don't need. And they can see quite far off, because they've got all those birds and flying animals that sort of help them to see wisely in future. And that's why he's got the owl there. The owl's there to give them that 360-degree view. So if you take time out and stop, your guides will elucidate that moon energy. But also he has the crow, which is highly intelligent. So you get that degree of being able to see things on a wide scale and actually work it out within inside you, because this is more within inside your super subconscious, within inside you and what you feel you should be doing. After that, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, is it me or she got a smirk on her face? You know, it is absolutely brilliant. I think she's great. She's got everything she needs. She's even got a lovely cushion built upon her passions. So be sure about your passions and know that you have that inner knowledge, because that's what she's dealing with. She's sitting at the base of the tree of knowledge. Yeah, it's over on this side, sorry. The tree of knowledge. And she even has it within her thoughts on top of her head. So she has that knowledge, that internal, and that contentment. She's smiling because she knows the score. So know the score and trust your guides this week by the looks of things, because you might be going through on the emotional and the spiritual path. It's like you're driving along and you're just coming out the mist and you can just see the valley in front of you, but you can't quite see it as yet. And that's the sort of situation where your attention's drawn to longer term plans, and it should be drawn into that. As I say, you've got the water and fire at the base here, which might be causing that complication. Up here, you've got the water and fire as well, but you've also got fire and air over the top, which is going to be drawing you forward. Yeah. And on this side here, you've got in the interior, water and earth, which is great for constructing things, but that earth is coming up, and it may be this tower moment on the spiritual front could be your own making, which could be a good thing, you know, because you might be decided, no, I don't want that in my life. I'm going to need some space. So this week on the spiritual front, stay clear thinking. That's what you want to be doing, and moving on and moving forward. Try not to look too deeply into the things that cause you stress and strain. Yeah, you've got to deal with them, but don't concentrate on them. Concentrate on that silver lining, okay? On the physical front, over this side, you've got water and air on both of these petals. This is your karmic path, and this is what the message of the universe is trying to bring you. On your karmic path is, you got to fall in love with what you're doing. You got to fall in love with what you're doing, but also fall in love with how you feel about it. You know, bit of a Sagittarius sort of thing going on there. And you do have Sagittarius coming down onto this petal. And this air that comes around the bottom of this lover's card is that. So it's basically giving you inside, you can change your karmic path emotionally and mentally, sort of that sort of thing. The physical side of the karmic path is going to be much more up this end, which is towards the devil, up to petal 9 and 10. Okay, so falling in your job this week, or your learning this week, is learning to actually enjoy what you do. If you're not enjoying what you do, then maybe there is changes that you need to do. And apparently you're at the beginning of the path. The universe here is trying to sort of say, don't spend all your money at once. Yeah, you got to invest in yourself, no doubt about it, but don't spend all your money at once. Be very wise in the way you spend your money and how you invest your time and place in everything else like that. Okay, because your guides here have got the Eight of Pentacles. So a slow page. So it's learning about stuff. It's a bit childlike, sort of, not child as in immature, but child as in discovering. Like children are discovering how things work. And that's what you've got to do. Discover how it works for you within your material world, within your job, your business and everything like that. And then you can start applying it so it actually breeds pleasure and fun for you, okay? Your guides are that just in going in the subconscious, they're sort of, alluding to this change that appears to have already come through in you, but it's still in the process of coming through. And you have a certain control over that. So therefore, I would apply yourself into that And they're sort of saying, don't forget, we're always moving forward, which ties into your 2 guides on the other side. The 10, petal 10, so this is your increments around the other, with the world around you. So this is where you've got your fixed air above it, and then you've got the cardinal water and the mutable, cardinal earth, sorry, and the mutable water. So there is a lot of productivity underneath it, and you might find that some things just don't really work for you. So therefore, it could be getting rid of those things. It could also be completely out of left field, come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you realise you've got to change your business model. And that could be the case. And it seems like it's a good thing. And it's probably, if it does come like that, it's going to come in a way that you actually you may not like what you do, but not like what you do, but you may realise that you need to change what you got to do. Okay? Inside you is that 10, that Knight of Cups. So you've got that willingness to go on that journey, and it seems to be on the physical front. And you might be worried about what people might think, what your partner might think about this changing a job, or what your friends and community might think. That's what I think this worry is on this side. But you have inside you that idea of there's everything in there. There's flowers, there's a letter, there's a picnic basket, there's just generally enjoying life. That's what you want to do. You want to sort of just lay back and kind of go, yeah, man, life should be fun. Should be really fun. And inside that, you've got the base here, which is the base of this petal is air and fire. And then above that, you've got that earth and water combination. So it's perfect. You've got every combination that is within you to have that calm and tranquil sort of demeanor within inside you, so you don't have to stress about it. It's just more on the outside that it may stress a little bit more. Okay, we've had a lot of coronal holes coming through, so I think the most important card on this table actually is that, because all of this will react to that, because that's where you've got your cardinal earth coming up out of it. Be interesting to see what the cards on the mini pack and how that sort of elucidates the situation. So there you go, Aquarius. Spiritual side, keep your cap, know who you are, stay on that path, and concentrate on your silver linings. On your physical and your material side of life, start in that path, falling in love with what you do, making those little changes you need to do, and be ready to react to any changes on your surface or on the world that is around you at that given time. You will be, I do have the second part coming out where we'll be going into the clarifying with the cards. So don't forget, subscribe, click that bell, because then you'll get the notifications of that video. In the meantime, Aquarius, please do enjoy your week. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.